Welcome to Empowered Homefront, where we talk about health, wealth, and relationships. And let's not forget about the most important one, my friend, and that is faith. And today I am blessed to have Miss Elena Bartash on the show with us today. And she is a special guest because she's actually from Ukraine. And right now in the year 2025, we've got a lot of stuff going on with Ukraine. We're not going to get into like politics and all that other stuff, but what we are going to get into is what's important to families. Because Miss Elena has been sharing with me some of her stories about infant business where she's helping infants, like little babies, right? It's super cool. But not only that, she's a serial entrepreneur. Miss Elena, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Eric. Just one small remark. It's actually profitable.
You were sharing earlier, you've been in the States for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is always interesting to me when I ask you this, because like Americans, we're always stuck in our own little bubble. Like we have no clue what's going on anywhere else, you know? But other
Yep.
people that I talk to that are from other nations, they know everything that's going on in America and they like tell me stuff that's happening. It's just like, wow, right? So
Yep,
what's
I agree. So I would say it's not paradise. It's far from perfect, but the experience every immigrant receives living in US, it's golden. So for me personally, very important legal part. To be in US, it's everything predictable. Of course, police here and lawyers here, they play own game, but still, law is working. And you know what to expect from your employer, from your neighbor, from whoever. Anyway, it works. In my country, not yet. So I see the
really?
difference. Yes, I see
So
the
help me
difference.
understand that. You said law works. Like that's a pretty strong statement. Like I mean, I would think that, if you had law enforcement, like, and you did something wrong, like it's pretty simple, like you get in trouble. But you're saying that's not the case? Like, what happens in
Oh,
Ukraine when you do something wrong?
uh, I can say we still have issues with corruption. Every country has issues with corruption. US has lots of issues with corruption.
Oh
Yeah, to
yeah.
be honest. You can regulate, for example, your relationship with your employer. You can do it, really. And everyone knows their rights, and it's great. People don't
Mhm.
have to abuse it. This is another story, right? But still, people know their rights. And
Okay.
children protected. Of course, I believe here are lots of different stories, but still, if there is a child involved, and mother and father both will care about child, right? No matter what happens in the family. So I would not make it perfect. I would not idealize US. It still has lots of issues, but a legal part, I like it.
Yeah, that's interesting about children. Tell me more about that. Like, what's the big difference between like living in Ukraine with young kids and protecting them versus America? Well, like, what are you seeing there?
It's a very deep question. Very deep question.
Yeah.
It's not easy for let's say after divorce. If divorce happened back in Ukraine, it's very difficult for mother, usually judge, lets mother keep children. It's very difficult for her to get any kind of support from father of her children. Very difficult.
That's in Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, like culture is so abstract, right? Like, Russia, right? Lori, my wife, she told me, she's like, did you know that Russians literally take their baby, wrap them up, and in the snow in the winter, and put them outside and let them take naps?
It's wonderful. Yes.
So you did that in Ukraine as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
When my daughter was baby, uh I was walking with her. I was outside with her every single day, several times. She almost literally sleeping outside all the time.
really.
Yeah, it
And
should be.
yeah, yeah, I mean, I agree, right? Like now, like we get into jumping
Excuse me.
into ice baths, and going outside when it is cold to spend time out there, right? Because you need it for your health. And in other countries, like
Yeah.
you just said it, you literally put babies out in the cold and it's normal.
Yep. And the amount of time
So kids is definitely a passion of yours. I mean, I'm looking at your other business with the Boston Infant Trainer. Tell me about that.
So it's very common in Slavic culture. After baby born, everyone wants them to take massage, specific exercises for babies, and swimming. And swimming for babies means they dive. They swim under the water. Some years ago, before I moved to US, I started this as in my main business. It was my only one thing I was doing back in Ukraine, in Kiev. I had plenty of clients because it's really something people need.
Yeah, I mean that's so cool how young a baby is when they can learn how to swim. Because like, tell me about that. Because I think like can't babies like technically hold their breath whenever they're first born? Like, don't they have that capability? But then
Yep.
somehow they lose it.
Yep. Every
Reflex.
every every human being born with some certain amount of reflex, and it disappear by 3 months old, and turn reflex into skill.
So tell me about that. How does that work? Like, if there's a
Oh,
mom or a dad like curious about helping their baby learn how to swim right now, like what would they need to do?
oh, they need very strong back.
So you got to do a lot of work.
Because you will need to stay in this position working with your baby. How say it's topic not for couple minutes discussion, it's long topic, because really all you need to start it as early as possible, right? I would say right after baby born, really 1 week and you can start. So all you need really to use this reflex, and after baby stop breathing, put baby under the water.
Okay, so what I heard was like you have your baby and you
Yep.
put some water on their forehead,
Yep.
they stop breathing, and then you submerge them in the water and show them how to swim.
Immediately.
And then
Immediately. Don't show them anything.
don't show
Just
them
put them
anything.
under the water. Don't show them anything. Hold them like this,
Mm, okay.
put them under the water and move them, help them moving. And do it several times until they will start moving their hands and legs. Because it's instinct, they want to survive. Don't let them go out and take them out in 20 seconds, in 30 seconds.
Okay. So leave. I was about to ask that. I was like, well, how long can they hold their breath? So
You will
about
feel
30
it.
seconds.
You will feel it. You will feel
Okay.
it. You can
Yeah.
even do it even more longer. You will feel it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would love to have Lori in on this conversation to see what she thought about the whole infant swimming. Because, going back to American culture versus other places, like you was just telling me, like this concept's kind of hard for you to get out there into the public right now. Like, what type of challenges are you running into?
Uh, so when I moved 5, 6 years ago from Minnesota to Boston, specifically for this reason, I want to make it my main business. And I was so enthusiastic and optimistic. I ordered huge magnet to my car. That magnet said infant and toddler massage therapist. So
Okay.
people now I understand this is a part of mentality. So people don't understand why baby need massage, because massage for Americans mostly it's something for relaxation, right?
Right.
So I was not able to understand in the beginning why people were laughing, taking pictures of my car. I wasn't able to understand until someone explained me this part of mentality. You should explain Americans different way. Make yourself trainer, Boston infant trainer, and people will treat you differently. And he was right.
When you say it's a massage, is it not a massage?
It's massage, but for babies. So for them, quality of blood circulation and speed of blood circulation.
Mm.
Every baby born with muscle tonus. Massage helps them to get rid of the tonus, to speed up circulation, blood circulation. So it really helps baby to grow uh, stronger, faster, healthier. Yeah, and not only physically, mentally.
You saying with the baby when they come out, like they're in the womb and they're all like curled up. Everything's curled up. And then
Yeah,
with the services you provide, like you come in and you stretch out their hands and their feet. And is that right?
right.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just, one of the things that freaked me out was because we, had three kids, and like with the first one, like you're always super protective, and you think they're so fragile, and you're just like 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 I
No,
was even scared
they're
to like
not.
hold my baby, because I was like, I don't want to hurt her. And then you figure out, like, you watch the nurses come in, they'll grab her leg and just flip her over. It's just like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, and they're so resilient, right? And
You
yeah,
know,
now
actually,
I'm,
totally opposite. Babies are so flexible. To break baby, you need to break it. You need break it. Yeah, just for your understanding how flexible there are. There are bones are soft, there are joints are soft. And
yeah.
everything you will do, you will provide to them when there are babies. It will help them or it will not help them. So if you will start develop your baby from there, 2 months old, 3 months old, 1 month old, it will help a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know the whole water thing on the forehead, like they actually hold their breath. Now I want to go grab somebody's baby and try it. And I got some friends with a newborn baby. I'm gonna have to send them a text after this and be like, hey, try this, see if they hold their breath.
Yeah.
So you got the baby business, and then also you got into real estate about a year ago. And I know how we met. You was talking about raising money, raising capital. So tell me about that. How did you get into raising capital? Because that's a super valuable skill in its own.
As I mentioned, I wanted to have baby business as my main business, but it's not realistic so far. And I found Sub2 community. I joined this community and started building my team in several months, I would say 3, 4 months. I found another mentor who is inside in Sub2. He teaches mindset and business and leadership, not just how to buy. He doesn't teach underwriting. He teach bigger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I started building my team last year summer, and I bought my first property in November. So capital raising, it's something really necessarily you need to have, because if you want to buy properties, if you don't want to make deals with banks, right? Because anyway, banks will never will let you buy as many as you want. If you have ambitions, if you're okay with one house, you don't need capital raising. But if you want kind of more, you need capital raising.
Yes. Yes, 100%. So how did you come across your first lender? Like, is that relationship also inside of Sub 2?
Yep,
Is it? Okay.
yep.
And
It.
they came in on what type of deal?
I have my lender as an equity partner.
Okay.
She brought whole capital for deal.
Okay. Well, tell me about that deal. Where was that at? Is that the one in Texas you was talking about?
Yep, yep. This is 8 doors part split in Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas suburb Rowlett. It's creative. It's subject to deal.
Okay. Awesome. So your first
Yep,
deal was a subject too.
yep, yep,
Nice. Did you do the paperwork?
yep.
Did you really? You did the paperwork?
I mean, not me personally, but us. We've done it. We hired TC. Of course, we
Okay.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean paperwork all together. We put it all stuff together, right? We
Right.
were in
Yeah. Yeah.
charge. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, oh my goodness, like you did the paperwork on the first sub two deal. Like I'm sure that was
No,
fun.
no, no.
So
Not
what
personally
role?
me.
So what role did you play in this first deal? Did you find the deal? Did you just raise capital for the deal? Like what was the structure look like?
My role for my first deal was actually capital raising and social media, present in social media.
Okay.
To be visible not only in Sub2, to be visible out of Sub2. So I started my podcast, my personal podcast back in August last year. I had few very cool guests, very cool. And and now I understand it helps a lot. Really. People can see you personally. I had a couple lenders who reach out to me. One lady, she sent me a message on Facebook and she said, I'm following your podcast for 3 months. I was listening all your podcast. So you know something. I would like to work with you. Okay,
Oh,
please,
nice.
please work with me. I'm happy to build relationship.
That is awesome. That's good to know because I am just getting mine rolling. We've been trying to get this thing consistent for a while now, but now it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So,
It
how long
helps.
have you been consistent with your
You mean
podcast?
podcast? So since August, and I do it once a month, once a week. In the beginning, of course, it were people from sub 2, of course, naturally. After, when you make your world, real estate world wider, and you understand there are life out of sub 2, you can bring people from, for example, I'm member of couple groups for podcasters, where
Okay.
people find guests and they promote their own podcast. And I found several really, really cool guests on these groups. Podcasters, writers, capital raisers, professional capital raisers. For example, Jay Conner, he's known guy. He has several books. Unbelievable podcast. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. So, Miss Elena, I mean, we covered a lot so far. So we talked about, infants, we talked about your businesses, raising capital, and now into the podcast world. With all of this, I'm wondering your unique feedback to people who would be interested in empowered homefront things, right? Becoming a God-fearing family or faith-driven family. What would be your advice for someone like that with all your expertise? Because you got a lot.
Who I
Loaded
am to give
question.
advices. Yeah, who I am to give advices. But as a Christian, I'm believer, I'm Adventist, Protestant. It's really should be anyway. It should be number one, and family is our strength, and God is our strength. So anyway, whatever, no matter what you do, no matter what kind of business you run, your focus should be on Him and on people around you. And business is some good benefit.
I love that.
It doesn't have to be number one.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Miss Elena, we'll go ahead and close it out. I appreciate you for coming on. This has been a blast.
Thank you so much, Eric. Yes, it was cool. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, till next time, guys. Stay blessed by the best.